This looks like an off day for sure. If you're just checking us out for the first times, don't do yourself the disservice of seeing a bad day prediction like this and thinking that this is regular. This happens very, very rarely. And I can see where the errors were made here. But I think the high's probably in for the day. Huh. We did open almost flat. We were really close, right? Like right here before the close, we were up here, right? We opened roughly right around there. So pretty flat. You could say to the upside or flat. It's kind of like right on the line. We still had a low here between 11 and excuse me, between 10 and 11, and then again between 11 and 12. And then you could see we had this rally out of it. That was like a fake out right here, and a rally out of it. Princess of Swords price level at the high here. Interesting. Well, my sense is based on the fact that we moved so much to the upside in the face of this moon card, and we've got the full card here in the upper end. I'd say this is probably like a long position cash out opportunity, and the opportunity with the full card is to get into a short position. I might be wrong about this opening higher. Matter of factly, this is the 22nd is probably the high of the month based on how things have progressed through the month here. But we're back at this resistance, and this is clearly the resistance. I didn't think we would move this high, right? I thought we were going to the downside and then back to the upside, but we just went to the upside. And so tomorrow we've got this resistance, and this is clearly the resistance that's being highlighted here. We failed to break through it one, two times, three times. And then it looks like on the 20th, we probably break out through that resistance based on the victory card. Man, where's that drop? That's crazy. It's coming, though. I know it's coming, but it looks like it might be at the end of the month into March. Sometimes, when it's on the scale of like such a broad time frame as like the entire month, you get the unicursal as the theme card. That can be indicating the unicursal can indicate more than just like a pivot point with a sharp drop or a correction. It can also indicate moving, like if we continue to go higher, it's a price level that we break through on the way down when we go through that correction. And then sometimes what it's indicating is the very top as well. Like rather than you seeing the sharp decline, you just see the top as far as what we'll see within this reading maybe. And then the decline off of that top will really be more so in the following month of March. Hey, AV. Right, like right here, this is a uh, unicursal price level that we're basically bumping up against right here. So we're gonna break through it. I feel pretty strongly we'll break through it on Tuesday morning. But there should be some pullback here tomorrow. Hey, it was luck. Hey, Proof. Hey, Frank Frank Bernardi. Okay, I got it right. Welcome. How's Bitcoin look for tomorrow? I'm gonna take a look at Bitcoin in just a moment for you. I gotta take care of it was luck here. Who pays for priority response? That's the star next to their name. So I'll come back to you in just a moment. Hey, Robert. AMD and Shop. Um, so we should see pretty notable decline tomorrow. Uh, you could consider this the bottom end of a range here. Yeah, we're most likely see a pretty sharp decline tomorrow, but it may start from a higher price level. It's hard to say. That's AMD, and then Shop. I'm pretty excited that I'm going to be able to cover moving forward. I guess starting with April, May readings, I'm going to be able to start covering other things like when there's a month out of the year where there's relevant trade for Shop. I can do a monthly for Shop. Like I can do a bunch of new stuff. So I'm pretty excited about that. So tomorrow is bumping along resistance. It's the Valor card. We might break through resistance, but it's mostly bumping along resistance sideways kind of behavior when you see the Valor card. Overall bullish though. I am getting the Ace of Discs for today though. So with that big move, I had the oppression card here for the 13th, bottom of a range, Prince of Swords into the Ace of Discs. So that says to me this is probably a good place to cash out of a short-term long position. Like let's say you bought at this low, this would be a good place to exit. Or let's say you bought lower than this price level, this would be a good place to exit. Probably move mostly sideways tomorrow. Bitcoin. So far I was right about these two as far as price level meeting at that time, at that date and time, the price level being within the ellipse. And it looks like we did that both. I did think this would be more of a crest before we saw this move to the upside, but got both of those. And basically what we're seeing is the top here with a notable turnaround. Huh. Interesting. Yeah, so in any case, I'm anticipating the price at this time, at this date in on the calendar between like the 20th, really between like the 23rd or the 22nd, I should say, through the 26th. Somewhere in there, we should see somewhere. I know it's a little bit broad, but still gives you a good idea, most likely where we should hit. And the reason why is because we've got this revisiting of a support level as the theme card. It's crossed with a U-shaped dip. So this might have been the U-shaped dip, but I don't think so because based on this combo, I wouldn't expect it to go higher than the second peak. It would turn around there if this was the U-shaped dip. So that makes me think that we're leading up to a U-shaped dip. Right? Like we're probably creating the peak right here. Maybe we go higher tomorrow, but I think we probably see a pretty sharp drop there around the 18th, 19th. They're off of a peak on the 17th. It could be so when you have a really over strong underlying trend like so in this case this is a pretty underlying trend like pretty strong trend to the upside. Sometimes what it does is it kind of like counteracts the cards energies of the cards that have energies like in the opposite direction. It'll like kind of like make mute those or like make them like less influential if you will, but I don't think that's the case here really because this is overall pretty decliney kind of stuff here. I think we're gonna revisit like between here and here, right? So somewhere around this time. But it does look like there's an unexpected move higher in March. Usually when you see the star card unexpected move, it usually is out of some sort of like scary chart behavior. Not always, but usually. Sometimes it's forming like a top or a bottom with like a morning star or a evening star formation. Hope that helps, my friend. Hey, Hamza. I'll come back to you in just a moment. I got to take care of AV real quick with the star next to her name. Guys, if you're interested, I'm not sure how much longer it's going to be this price because it's really undervalued. But if you're interested, we might be able to grandfather it in too. I have somebody checking into that, so that would be really cool if we could do that. But it's probably going to change to $100 relatively soon. So if we are able to grandfather somebody in, that means that if they're a member now, a paying member now, when we raise the price, they would continue paying the price that they were originally paying, which is going to be half the price of what it's going to be relatively soon. So the way that you would do that is you go to our YouTube channel and click on join, supporter, premium supporter, investor profits court, inner circle. These all give you things that you can also get on the website. And on the website, YouTube doesn't take 30% of everything that comes through. Here, YouTube takes every 30%. But if you get the supporter one, that gives you a star next to your name. You get members only polls, members only live chats. You get priority questions. When we get really, really busy with these publics, we're going to start putting a limit on how many questions somebody can ask. And members won't have a limit. All right, so next question here. Tesla 200, 205 tomorrow. Tesla is one of the tickers that we will continue covering on a monthly basis. So you could, if you wanted, get a individual subscription for just Tesla. What that'll give you is access to the paid version. It'll give you early access to Tesla readings, as well as the paid version. Look at that move. Damn, that's nice. Look at that move. I was a little worried, but there you go. So I think we said it wasn't going to hit 210 though, right? So 200, 205. Looks like it'll probably hit 200. I mean, it's already in that gap territory, so you theoretically think it would go all the way through, right? Let me redo that. I might have been having an off day. Let me see. Yeah, I think it's probably going to fill that gap tomorrow. Even though we see this moon card, remember the moon card is a little tricky. It can be like price swings, but we've got, like I said, we've got two opposing energies, and I think this is probably the stronger of these two energies. I'd say this Labradorite is one of the strongest energies on the board. I mean, excuse me, Herkimer Diamond, one of the strongest energies on the board. It definitely has a more powerful energy than a normal blank ruin. So I would lean towards a peak towards the end of the day tomorrow. And then it looks like we may have a high on the 20th with like this breather off of that and then like a revisiting of that high. Theta coin next week. All right, so we have here on the 12th. So we probably break out through this price level here tomorrow. Um, 113.5 we probably break through tomorrow. We meet a resistance that we failed to break through many times before. Probably this one right here. Breakout, resistance. And then another big move higher, and that takes us into, what is that? So Friday's the breakout, Saturday's the resistance we failed to break through many times before. Sunday, a big move, faster move higher. Monday, a rally offering opportunity to close a long or open up, more likely open up a short. Then we have a U-shaped dip. U-shaped dip on Tuesday, more decline on Wednesday, price swings on Thursday. Another important resistance or an important price level on a multi-day scale on Friday, and then that following day on Saturday would be a notable decline, and probably like a local bottom, so like a notable trough on like a multi-day scale, and that's where if you got into a short position on Monday next week, then you could close out of that short position on Saturday. That's theta. So overall, it looked bullish to me. Mostly. Well, maybe turns bearish. It does turn bearish. Hey, Proof, Bitcoin's still going under 30K in March, or is it going to be uptrend until April? Let's take a look. We're severely overbought right now, guys, so I would be very careful about chasing this rally. Not a good time to be hopping in. Not necessarily. I'm not saying that it isn't going higher, but you don't want to buy into something when it's severely overbought. It's just not a good idea. Usually. There really are no absolutes, so I say usually. Oh, you want to look about the 1 year, actually. Let me see. Hermes, can I help you, buddy? You want to come sit in my lap? Okay. I don't know how you find space there, my man. You're a good boy. So the question is it still going under 30K in March, or is it going to be an uptrend till April? It looks pretty mixed in March. It is possible that I'm reading this ruin wrong. Like, this could be, there's two ways I could read this. It could be just an association with the theme card, in which case it would be talking about a low here in January, which we saw. Or it could be associated with the end of March, in which case we would be revisiting the lows of January. In March, which would put us like down around like the 38 price level. This is the biggest decline card in the deck. Aside from like when you see the unicursal preceding a sharp decline card, that would indicate a pretty notable decline. Like right here, we've got the unicursal preceding the Ace of Cups. There's a pretty notable decline in there in October, but I would say it's mixed. And look at that, the star's literally the next day, right? We have the sneak preview card for the star, literally the next day, right here. One of the benefits of being on the live is you get sneak previews sometimes. Like this April Bitcoin has not come out yet. And it looks like the bottom is actually in April. So the sequence of events is probably pushed over a little bit into April. But it's pretty mixed, and it's overall bearish for March. Um, so 30K. I think that we might actually see the high in March. Yeah. So there's a pretty strong cross reading congruency. The high card correlator for the March reading is the disappointment card. When you look at the 1 year, the high card correlator for the 1 year is the disappointment card. It's not always the case, but it's a very, very strong probability that that's indicating this is a year's high here in March. And we do decline here pretty notably towards the end of the month, but I think it continues into April, that decline. And it bottoms out in April, as is what this death card as the theme card would indicate to me. All right, so 30K. Let's see. My bad. Yeah, I've got 30K in there as a yes. It's somewhere between March and April. I'm leaning towards April. Also, coin earnings are today. Will it go higher tomorrow and my end and by end of month? Okay. Some move. Wow. All right. So coin earnings. It looks like they do pretty well as far as earnings results. The response, chart behavior in response to the earnings results. A notable move higher, pretty notable move higher, and I think that move higher, it might take us like to a point that makes sense to like get into a short or position oneself for both directions or something like that. Roku and TTD tomorrow. Excuse me for coughing, guys. I'm so sorry. So it's looking like Roku has it's kind of unclear, but I think overall it ends to the downside tomorrow, pretty notably. There's an important support level on a multi-day scale highlighted. Could be this, roughly. TTD. So we probably have a higher price level tomorrow, but it's kind of like that we're bound by the upper end of a range. So somewhere around probably here. And there's a notable reversal on a multi-day scale, I should say. Hey Kenny, welcome. When can we see the multiple weeks dropping on S&P 500 this year? right? So we've got a highest high here in February, right? Um, the high forms due to a breakout. That's what makes me think that's a cross-reading congruency here on the monthly. Makes me think we're really close. So that makes me think that the high is here, somewhere here between the 20th and the 22nd. I'm so sorry. And then we probably revisit the highs here around the 26th, 27th, maybe 27th. But I think there's a decline that probably starts there. Um, for those of you watching, guys, you would have already seen this March. You would have been able to look at this March prediction, or actually watch the March prediction video. Oh, this is Bitcoin for the S&P 500 as early as like the very beginning of the month. If you had early access on our website, currently $29 a month. It's going to be $50 a month come Monday morning. Anybody that has it prior to Monday morning will have that $29 price grandfathered in until it'll stay that way until cancel. And that's as a thank you to those who've supported us and got us this far. So what am I looking for? March, right? We're about to release April, guys. Today, some of April comes out for early access. So let me do the month. It looks like a pretty notable decline here off of a high, a March high, a decline into April, and it looks like the decline probably starts in the second week. We probably have highest highs here, right here, for the month, and then we probably revisit it a couple times in the second week, or before, or by the end of the second week before that sharp drop. Um, Look, May looks pretty decliney too. Right? We have the prudence card here for the end of February, indicating that like we want to be cautious. Usually that indicates like temptation to do the wrong thing, right? Not necessarily intentionally, but like this indicating a highest high here with the correlator here, indicating a highest high. That's probably like the prudence card is telling us be careful. It's not going higher. Don't chase that kind of deal. How does MMF crypto look for last week, the last week of February? Is my dog making noises? I have my earphones in. It sounds like he's making noises in his sleep. I might just be hearing things though. Looks like it's going to be higher in the end of February than where it currently is. What the heck? What is this? What did I do? How do I get rid of this? What the hell? Oh my god, that's so annoying. All right, we're going to cap the questions off here, guys. Kronos. Oh, we did that. That's going to be higher in the end of February. All right, so. Hey, just Chevy Tubbs, welcome. Will IOTA coin reach $1 this year? Myota. That's the wrong coin. Is that right? Myota is IOTA coin? I hope that's right. I got a yes for that. IOTA coin hitting $1 in 2024. Whoa, almost lost all my cards. All right. Hey, Chad J, welcome. We covered theta. We covered theta already, or what are you asking about theta? Like when there's a move to the upside in theta? Oops, you know what? I got a 2024 reading I should open. Did I pass it? Where did it go? There we go. Yeah, so we're in the midst of a really big move to the upside in theta. This likely continues into the end of February, like many of these other 2024 readings. Should be a pretty notable decline off of that high into March. Just Chevy, did I get the wrong iota for you? Oh no, you got it. I got it. I see. I see. Um, will Bitcoin bottom in the first 2 weeks of April? Not in the first 2 weeks. No, it'll be probably the end of the third, like around the 21st, 22nd. Yeah, it'll be around the 21st, 22nd. Possible we see it again at the end of the month, but pretty definitively 21st, 22nd. TTD skyrocketed. What did we say was going to happen with TTD? I forget. You're welcome, Chevy. Thanks for watching, my man. Hey, Chad. Yeah, it definitely looks like it's going to push the upper. Theta's going to push the upper end of a range higher. All right, so I'm just going to cover SPY real quick, and then I'm going to roll, my friends. Huh. Wow. This is very counter. These are counter. Wait, am I looking at the right thing? I am, right? Yeah, this is kind of counter, although it's nullified. It is a nullified gain card, meaning that the move higher will be counter. It'll be made irrelevant by some chart behavior that follows probably around this. No way. We've got the freaking disappointment card right there. Wow. End of day. This could be this. I usually don't see cross reading congruencies between like an hourly position and a 1 year, but we are like right at highs, and this could be indicating a high at the end of the day. There's resistance there. It's probably this resistance that's highlighted actually, 503. And then we break out through it on the 20th. This isn't counter. This isn't counter. There's just a notable move higher, and then it's afterwards. Afterwards there's a move. Looks like probably off of some point off of this. Surprising, very surprising. But it happens occasionally. This is just one of my off days, guys. So if you've never seen one of our lives before, don't do yourself the disservice of thinking that this is a regular occurrence. It's a very rare occurrence. Anybody on the live knows that. Anybody that watches the lives knows that. That's why they're still watching. Yeah, that Fool card though. And there it is again. Okay, so we probably do see higher price levels tomorrow, and we might even finish at highs for the year at the end of the month based on that. But I think what we'll probably do is bump up against resistance and not break through. There's multiple failed attempts to break resistance. There's the oppression card indicating a range. We've got the Fool card here, which is the high card from the prior day, so it's probably indicating some sort of higher price level here than the prior day. So this is looking like a overall bullish sideways, and not a bearish so much. Oh, you know what? This could be the moon right here. Actually, this could be the moon card. We're a little bit off on the sequence of events. That's a nullified theme card. Hard to say. Hard to say. But I think we're probably going to do like sideways to the upside based on what I'm seeing on the daily. Good place to cash out of a long position here at a peak on the like between 10 and 11 on Tuesday. This is also a good trade opportunity at this Fool card. Hermes. So the paid subscription, you go to our website tarotfortraders.com, hover over our services, click on ESO Meta Posts, and then you scroll down to monthly subscription, click here to order. So currently this is what it covers. This is going to change. There's going to be several tickers that are removed from here, but basically if you as of Monday morning, these prices are all doubling. Actually, the 111s will be 250. This 250 will be 500. The 250 gives you access to the paid version of any monthly that we do, because we're going to start covering different monthlies month by month. There'll be different tickers, but they'll still be paid versions. So you'll get that through the all paid version, and then we'll have a few like one-offs, like Bitcoin will be one of them, Shibcoin will be one, Tesla, Amazon, Google, those. So in any case, anybody that has a subscription at this price, at these prices prior to Monday morning, that price will be grandfathered in for them, and it'll remain that way until they cancel, if they choose to cancel. It's really like a 50% discount. Well, interesting, just Chevy. It goes against astrology. I'd be interested to know. I don't remember half of the things that I predict because I just do so many. Like, I'd be interested to know how that one pans out based on the fact that it's contrary to astrology. All right, guys. So with that said, one more time, we do have some links, special offers available. The channel's trying to raise necessary funds. We need about $5,000 more to raise in order for us to get to the level where we can then hire the publicists who will get us into the Wall Street Journal. So we're doing some fundraising special offers. Let me see here. All right, so the first one is here. And it's the link is tarotfortraders.com/crypto-offer. And that gets you $500 off of the 30 days of consecutive daily posts of any crypto of your choosing for April. Basically all of the days of April covered by the hour. And then we have one for stocks as well. All right, Hermes, we're gonna go, buddy. Don't worry. It's basically the same link, except instead of crypto, it says stock, right? tarotfortraders.com/stock-offer. $500 off 30 days of consecutive daily posts for basically all the dailies for April for whatever stock you're interested in. And then we also have a coupon code. This one seems to be really popular. Or actually, it's a special link as well. This is tarotfortraders.com/offer123. It's two times. You get 2 1-year reports for $350. That's $150 off. As of Monday, this offer will be gone. Actually, expires on Friday, but on Monday, the equivalent offer would be like $750 for 2 1-year readings. Everything's going up, so make sure, guys, if you're planning on subscribing, you're planning on purchasing anything in the near future, you want to do that before Monday morning to grandfather in what will be, in essence, a 50% discount for the indefinitely into the future. Like, it's there, it remains there as your discount until canceled, basically. Really, really awesome one-time opportunity, pretty much. So with that said, guys, I'm gonna roll. Thank you all so much for watching. As always, make sure to follow that rule of karma. That's the most important thing about this channel, in my eyes, is the rule of karma. You do that here on the resources tab of our website, Tarot for Traders, where we ask that 5% of the profits from the information on this channel is donated forward to one of these charities here. Or if you're not interested in any of these charities, just make sure you donate it forward. Pay it forward. Like, find a homeless person on the street or something if you want. Just make sure you do that. And then 5% of the profit should be donated back to the channel here at one of these. There's about 3% of watchers, or people that watch the channel. There's about 3% of them that actually do this. Doesn't mean everybody's trading, but out of all the people watching, about 3% of them actually follow through on the rule of karma. And I know all of those people by name. We're quickly becoming friends, and they have access to a free Discord channel, or server, I should say, for Tarot for Traders that's only accessible to people that follow the rule of karma regularly. And they ask me things at any time of the day. With that said, guys, I'm going to take off and go to the dog park. All right, buddy.